Hey guys, it's Gamer Ahmer here. So if you guys have been following my channel, you know that I love video game pickups. I love the hunt, I love looking for these games, and I love finding amazing deals on these items. So today I actually picked up this huge box full of goodies, and all I saw was just one of these items listed, and I scored all of these. So let's go ahead and see what's in the box. So I have been searching Facebook Marketplace pretty regularly, and I try and find all of the amazing deals before other people in my area find them and score them right up. So all of these were actually found from just one item that was posted. I wanted that item. I had never seen one before. It's something that's pretty uncommon, especially to have it all complete in this condition, and I figured it would be great for the collection. So as I got to talking to this guy, he said he had tons of other goodies, and if I was interested in them, we could surely work something out. So if you guys love video game items, you love pickups, gameplay, all kinds of rare and obscure items like these store display items and everything else, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so that you guys never miss an update and you never miss a video. So we'll just go ahead and talk about this first item right here. So this is actually an Xbox case. You see that there is a disc inside, and there's even this pretty awesome letter included. So before we get into this disc here, we'll talk about this. So right away, this says, "Welcome to the Xbox Live Update. We are excited to have you participate in the Xbox Live Update program and look forward to your active involvement. Your feedback is invaluable in shaping the future of Xbox." So right here, it has this huge red lettering. It says, "Important note, only use this disc provided in a registered preview console. Failure to comply with this note will result in non-preview consoles unable to connect to Xbox Live until final release of software to the world." So right here, this is something that talks about this particular game. So it says, "Enclosed you will find a full version copy of Halo Reach. This copy is being provided to select preview participants to help test out a new updated Xbox 360 disc format. This media is yours to keep and is authorized for your use only. Please do not distribute, sell, trade, or lend the game title. It will cause unintended consequences of a non-preview console." So it says, "Thank you, Xbox Beta Administrators." So it also has all of these different actions on there as well. But I thought this was just so cool. Great to have for the development and shape of the Xbox console, especially the Xbox 360 and their Live. So this is the Xbox Preview Halo Reach Microsoft Confidential disc not for resale, and it says, "Warning, do not insert this disc in a non-preview console. Doing so will disable access to Xbox Live." So I thought this was really cool. This is in very great shape. It doesn't look like it has any scratches or breaks or anything on this disc. So this is just amazing, and to have it with this letter is just even better, as it tells exactly what this is. So I thought if the person actually had this item right here, I was sure that they would have some other pretty decent items in this lot. So of course, you can tell I scored this pretty huge box full of some great games, many that I did not have in the collection. So to go ahead and start, I actually scored this Game Gear system in the lot. Now, he actually just threw this in with the rest of everything. I actually tried to test it out, and it looked like there was some sort of issue with the screen. So I'm not sure if this is something that I'll need a little bit of help on, trying to get this thing up and running. But it also came with a copy of Samurai Showdown, and this is for the SEGA Game Gear. And this is just a loose game. And then I scored these 3 SEGA Game Gear games complete in their boxes. We have 2 sports titles and 1 pretty decent title. So here we have this Madden 95. So this is an EA Sports game. And this is pretty sweet because it comes complete in this box here. We have the game. And we have this instruction manual. Everything else in here, it looks like it's in fairly good shape. So this is just another game added to the collection. One that I didn't have, and even though it's a sports title, it's pretty sweet to have it fully complete. On to this SEGA Sports game. We have this World Series Baseball, and this is from 1995. So this one is also complete in the box. So we have a couple different pamphlets in here, the instruction manual. So all of this paper. And then we even have this copy of the game. And then on to this Sonic the Hedgehog Triple Trouble. So this is for the SEGA Game Gear as well. This one's pretty cool. I really like this box art display. So this one will really look great in the SEGA collection. So I don't believe I've actually played this game. I've played a lot of the Sonic the Hedgehog games on the SEGA Game Gear, but this one just looks like a lot of fun. And this one is also complete as well. And then on to a couple of these SEGA items. So of course, when I saw this box, I knew I had to add a bunch of these to the collection. So this right here is the large box for the Lethal Enforcers game. This is the SEGA Genesis version. You'll know if you've seen a room tour or anything else of mine or some of my shelves, you'll know that I love light gun games. I have quite a few in the collection, and I even have the SEGA CD version of this huge box. But this one was such a great deal. It's pretty mint looking on the front part of this box, so I thought that this would be great to add to the collection. This comes with the Justifier gun. Of course, it's the blue version of the gun, and it also comes with the game, so now I have this variant as well. And this is actually a really fun style game. Of course, this is by Konami, and it says, "News that hits home, Lethal Enforcers comes to SEGA Genesis." So right here, directly translated from the deadly arcade hit, Lethal Enforcers is out to clean up the streets in the baddest parts of Chicago. Digitized graphics and sound will slam you into cold reality and heated action. Your job is to defend the innocent and protect yourself from a fatal case of lead poisoning. And it even says your side iron, the Justifier, is packed inside and ready to blow you away with a true arcade experience. So having this back in the day would just be so great to have in the collection. I remember playing with a loose one, but I don't believe I ever had this huge box version. And I just loved playing those classic games on these systems. And I'm just so excited to add another one to the collection, especially a great and fun game as this. And then right here, so this is probably one of the gems in this lot. So you'll notice that this is very similar. This says Lethal Enforcers, the Justifier, the video game revolver for Lethal Enforcers. So now you can play 2-player with your SEGA Genesis. So this is the bonus Justifier game gun, enclosed to double your firepower with 2 players. So you can go ahead and hook these up to one another. And this was only a special mail-in version of this gun. And as you'll know when we open it up, we have this pink Justifier gun. So usually you come across those blue color Justifiers. It's very rare that you see these pink ones. So this is just great to add to the collection. I didn't even have a loose one of these. So now you can go ahead and hook these up to one another, and you can play 2-player on this Lethal Enforcers game. So this will be really fun to have some people over, get some gameplay, and just have a blast reliving those moments from when you could finally play a couple people with one shooting game, just like those arcade days. So this is just really awesome, and to have this hard to find mail-in special bonus gun right here is just pretty sweet. So I was so excited to score both of these for such an amazing deal and have them with the boxes and everything else. And then on to some of these games here. So to throw in some Nintendo games, we actually have this 1080 Avalanche for the Nintendo GameCube. So this one was just a couple dollars as well. Comes complete with the disc and the manual. And this was such a fun game. I loved playing this series back on the Nintendo 64 and then onto the Nintendo GameCube. Not exactly sure what happened to my copy over the years, but I did not have this fun game, and this is just pretty cool, and I'm excited to try it out again. And then this Dave Mirra 2 Freestyle BMX. So this is a pretty cool sports style game where you can go ahead and freestyle with your BMX bike. So this is one of those pretty fun style games where you just do countless tricks and just try and beat your score. And then on to this copy of Resident Evil for the Nintendo GameCube. So I remember playing all of these games back in the day, and this is just so cool to have on the Nintendo GameCube as I'm trying to complete my Resident Evil series set on various consoles. I remember playing a lot of these, not necessarily on the GameCube, but I did play a lot of them on the PlayStation 2, Xbox era. So this is pretty sweet that it comes with both of the discs here. Everything looks like it's in pretty great shape, and it even includes the manual. So this will be great to go back and play a lot of these different games on this GameCube console. And then on to some of these PlayStation 2 games. So of course I have this copy of Resident Evil 4 to continue along with the Resident Evil series. So this one is Resident Evil Reinvented, and this one was also another fun game. It's just really cool to add to the collection as well. And then of course this classic right here, we have this God of War 2. This is the 2-disc set. So this was always one of my favorite series growing up. This one also includes some of this mail-in stuff right here. It even has the complete manual included with the game, and it has both of these discs. So anytime that I find one of these cases with these 2-disc sets right here, I have to pick them up, as it's very uncommon to find all of these special features on the second disc, and usually they're missing from these cases, as over time people would more so play the games and then lose all of the extra bonus items. So this is pretty cool to add as well, and it's one that I did not have in the collection. And then on to this right here. We actually have this pretty awesome box set for the PlayStation 2. This is the Devil May Cry series. This one is the 5th anniversary collection. So this comes with these 3 classic games in here. So you have your Devil May Cry 2, and Devil May Cry 3, and this is the special edition. So this had over 2 million of these games sold. So they went ahead and had this special pack where you could play through all of these games. So of course everything's included in each of these games here. We have the second one as well, and this one comes with a 2-disc set. So this is pretty sweet as well. And then this one is the Devil May Cry 3, and this is the special edition version. So all of these are very clean, they hardly look used, and they complete the box set very well. I'll have to add them behind me on the shelf along with the Resident Evil box set that I also have. And then on to this right here. I actually picked up this Nintendo 3DS card case. So this holds various games in here, and it's just a plastic case to try and help save some space. Then of course it has this pretty cool Legend of Zelda insert right here. This was actually from Club Nintendo, where you could go ahead and order this. This is one that's pretty hard to find, but it's not very expensive at all. It has all of these pretty cool art styles with a lot of the different weapons and items from various games. So this is pretty sweet to have. And then on to some of these last items right here. So all of these are going to be Dreamcast related. So right here I scored another light gun for the Dreamcast. This one is such a pretty cool gun. You just go ahead and put everything in here. You have all of these different buttons. You have this D-pad, you have the trigger right here. It's pretty clicky, and I can play some of these classic and fun games on the SEGA Dreamcast. I actually did add all of the light gun games to my collection, so this will be another controller where I can have some other people play along with me. On to this SEGA Dreamcast game, we have the SEGA Bass Fishing, and this one right here, Rod, Reel, Lure, Weather, Time, Temperature, Location. So this is your typical fishing style game that they had on the SEGA Dreamcast. And then on to another sports title, we have this Virtua Tennis. So this says Virtua Tennis serves up great action, a smash arcade hit. So this is your typical tennis style game, but of course on the SEGA Dreamcast. And then on to this last game. So along with the Resident Evil style theme, we have Resident Evil 2, and this is for the SEGA Dreamcast. This one is also another 2-disc set, so it has both of the discs in here. And this is a pretty expensive game. This game has shot up in value, and I definitely did not have it in the collection just yet. So, along with all of these other Resident Evil games, this one also knocks another one off the list and adds it to my collection. So that was just amazing right here to score these items. So all of these items were actually scored from my local Facebook marketplace, and the person didn't live very far away from me, so that was even better that I was able to find these items all by just searching that one item in the front, that pretty awesome Xbox 360 preview disc, and by asking if he had any other video games, I was able to walk away with a box full of items that I would not have even known about if I didn't ask about it. So all of these are just great additions to the game collection, and even though I'm having some difficulty getting this Game Gear to work, I still think this was an amazing score, as I have all of these pretty awesome items. So we have this Lethal Enforcers huge box version that comes with the blue Justifier gun, and this is the SEGA Genesis version. And then this Mail Away Konami pretty awesome Justifier. This is the pink version that just links right to this first one, and this is just so cool, as I have not seen one of these before, and to have both of these in their boxes is just a great score. And then that pretty awesome light gun for the SEGA Dreamcast. It's not very often that you come across the light guns for that system, and there aren't very many light gun games for the Dreamcast, but I have all of those light gun games for the system, and now I have an extra gun so I can play with some friends. And then these pretty awesome Game Gear games complete in their boxes, along with this loose copy as well. And then this pretty awesome Nintendo 3DS card case that holds some of the games and cleans up the mess. This pretty awesome Xbox 360 preview disc, all of these PlayStation 2 games, including this box set version of Devil May Cry, which includes 3 games in one, and then these Nintendo GameCube games and SEGA Dreamcast games. So all together, I'm thrilled that I found these local, found these for some great deals, and this is just a great win for me. So of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos, and stay tuned for more.